Hey guys, another night here, downtown Hayward. Going to talk about a hand that we were in a couple months ago. Fine spot down here in the East Bay. Lucky Chance's hand, and it was quite a hand. And it just shows you that sometimes you got to just take a big pair and just muck it, because after all, it is just a big pair. And the average hand that wins in no limit is two pair. That's the average. And so if you're sitting there and there's a lot of money going in and you're sitting there with a big pair, well, you can roll with it, but depending on the situation, you may want to lay that puppy down. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the segment, once again from Lucky Chances. And yeah, here we go. Yeah. All right, here we are back at it, getting after it. Like I said, playing out there in Colma, it's kind of a big game. So anyway, I'm here in first position. I've got queens. It was a 3-5 game. I didn't want to scare anybody off, but I didn't want to I didn't want people to limp in either. So I made it 20 to go from early position. Ace King called. Okay. 2-5 muck. 7-10 muck. Pair of nines, obviously, called. 8-5 muck. 7-deuce muck. And then this guy here was a wild, loose player. And I'm trying to get it so you guys can see his card. This person had Jack 8 suited. Okay, so they went ahead and called. Okay, they called. And we had a pair of kings. Okay, so 20, pair of kings, pretty good player. You go ahead and made it 120. Okay, so that was 100 more. I got queens. I got to at least see the flop. Ace, king, boom. Pair of nines, kind of surprised, mucked. Okay, and Jack 8, this warrior called. Okay, and like I said, that was kind of a loose call. I need some more money over here for old Jack 8. So let's see how much money we've got. We've got 100, 100, those are 100, 400, 450, 450. Let's just call it 500. We got 500 in the pot. Okay, we've got 4 players. Kings on the button, queens first to act, ace, king, Jack 8. Okay? All right, here we go. Here comes the flop. Okay, here comes the flop. Boom. Jack, 10, ace. All right, very good. So, oh my goodness. I flopped Broadway. No, I didn't flop Broadway. I'm one off Broadway. Yeah, that's right. So I checked ace, king, top hand, made it 250. 250. Okay. Jack 8. Jack 8 calls. And that was kind of a surprise. Calls the 250. Calls the 250. Kings, obviously, not a good spot. Gut shot. He's a bit of a gambler. He called. Queens, what am I going to do? I'm playing for a gut shot. Okay. I mucked. All right, sometimes you just got to lay it down. You you beat, there's an overcard there. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to go all in. All this money here. What was it? $1,200 on a gut shot. Of course, he called. Okay. And this guy right here, he was there to gamble. And this is what happens sometimes, especially out there at Lucky Chances where there's a lot of money. And some of those guys just don't care. And so everybody's all in. I mucked. Okay, boom. 8. So now he's got 2 pair. Okay, like I said, everybody's all in. Okay, all right. The aces are looking good. Kings need a queen. All right, this guy either needs to hit the jack or the 8. Boom, and he hit it. He hit the 8, for goodness sakes. Gave him the full house, $6,000 pot. That was brutal. Sometimes you make a bad play and you get paid off. But the point of the video, and there was no flush for anybody. The point of the video is I did have a good hand, but once the ace hit, that nullified my queens. I mean, now I've got nothing. And my only out was a king, right? And so my only out after the flop was a king. So, and this is another thing that you got to pay attention to sometimes, is I technically had 4 outs, right? 4 times 4 puts me at 16%, but 3 of my outs were out, so I only had 1 out, okay, which puts it at 4%. So it was definitely a good fold. This guy made just a crazy call. He just had a pair of jacks, which wasn't even high, and then he went runner, and won the hand. But hey, that's poker. Sometimes that happens. That's why, once again, the bankroll is so important. You got to have a bankroll. You got to be able to sustain those hits. All right.
Now you're doing.
Tough hand there. But hey, if I was really a tight player, and I've seen this happen all the times, I would have laid those queens down and not even paid the $100 and not even seen the flop. But it was a big game. There was a lot of money rolling around. I wanted to try to snap them off with the set, and it just didn't work out. And then, of course, what you see all the time in the game of poker is the guy who had the worst hand ended up winning because he went runner, which is like 1,500 to 1 or something. So anyway, that's how it goes. Hey, that's poker. We just try to put ourselves in the best position that we can. Hey, don't forget, we got Zoom, we got lessons, we got individual tutoring. We're talking about, we also talk about sports betting. We talk about blackjack. Try to cover everything. You guys have a great day. Scagz out.